YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about what to expect from our Washington football team in training camp in 2020 since it starts in a couple days. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington football team. And before we get into today's video, I have two things to say. I will be going live for my weekly live stream with On the Warpath tomorrow. Make sure you guys come through, of course, show support on that, ask anything DC sports related, more specifically the Redskins, if you know that's our main topic, obviously. So come with your questions ready, come to support us, and make sure you guys subscribe to On the Warpath. My second thing I have to talk about is Thursday. I will be going live for the Nationals opening day. We play the Yankees. That's going to be a good game, and I know a lot of people aren't baseball fans, but still come through just to support me, and we can talk about skins and anything else. It's not just for the baseball game, but if you are Nationals fans, I encourage that you guys come through, because we finally have baseball back, and I will be doing a live stream about the Nationals opening day. So make sure you guys please come through and support, and have your questions ready about Nat skins, whatever. Even though it's going to be a baseball stream, we still can talk Redskins or Washington football, I should say. So with that out the way, let's get straight to today's video. Hey you! Yeah you! The one that's about to watch this video. You didn't hear about it? I just launched my new Instagram, Juan Gotti Sports Network. Go ahead, go over there and give me a follow. It's free, and we cover anything DC sports related or anything sports related from all major sports, whether that's MLB, NHL, NBA, or NFL. I promise you won't regret it. We cover everything, whether you're a Knicks fan and you're a Giants fan, whether you're a Redskins fan. Although we are DC sports here as fans, we do cover every other sports league and every other sports team. So go ahead and give me a follow. I promise you won't regret it. Link in the description. So what to expect from our Washington football team going into 2020 training camp. So we know training camp starts in a few days. More specifically, the rookies are set to report Tuesday. So what to expect, in my opinion, I'm going in there to look for just the matchups. I want to see Chase Young versus Morgan Moses. I want to see who's going to win a wide receiver battle. Who's going to win, I would say, the cornerback battle. Although I have a for sure idea, since our cornerback spot isn't that, strong, I still have a idea of who I think is going to start. I think it's going to be Ronald Darby at the 1, Fab at the 2, and Fuller at the 3. But the slot cornerback position should be really fun to watch, considering the fact that Jimmy Moreland, although he didn't play the best towards the end of the season in the slot, he still could, contend for a spot and try to learn something from Kendall Fuller. Maybe move Kendall Fuller to safety and let Jimmy Moreland play slot. It's so much that we can do, and what to expect from training camp, I think it's just going to be a lot of hard-nosed fighting position type of players and type of training camp. It ain't gonna be how it was back then when it was all relaxed and stuff like that. I'm saying these guys are gonna have to work, and Ron Rivera made that relatively clear since he took over this job. So I'm really excited, man. Honestly, this is the most excited I've been for training camp in a while, only because I know that we have a new coaching staff. Sorry about that. And also just we need sports back. So I'm really excited. I really want to see how the linebackers are going to fare out. That's really the biggest position, honestly, because we have so many linebackers. I really want to see how Kaliki Hudson is going to, pan out, honestly. But more importantly, I really want to see Chase Young, man. All this hype, man, around his name, and I'm really excited to see what he can do, because we really need some excitement here, man. Honestly, we do. That's why I'm saying yesterday I was like, why not let him announce the new name whenever it happens, because it's going to get more exposure, because it's Chase Young promoting the name, or is the face of the name. So that's just a little business side tip for the Washington football team. But as far as training camp, man, I really want to see Dwayne finally being able to throw to his guys, Terry, Antonio Gandy Golden, and Antonio Gibson too. All those guys, Isaiah Wright. But a lot of people get on me because I forget about Isaiah Wright. I just really, I didn't see him making the team, but now that a spot opened up, I seen him making the team as a, kick returner maybe. But now he could possibly really make this team since Kevin Harmon went down. I really want to see Dwayne, man, because we know Dwayne has been working his tail off, but I really can't wait to see him, do it in training camp with his guys. You know what I'm saying? He worked out with Terry, he worked out with Steven Sims, he worked out with Kevin Harmon prior to injury, and Antonio Gandy Golden most recently. But he also been working out with other guys, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, I want to see him work out with our guys, and he's gonna be able to do that in training camp. And I don't know, I wouldn't say training camp is shortened this season, but it feels kind of shortened in a way because. Nah, it's not. Never mind. I take that back because I'm about to say training camp starts on the 28th for everybody, but for the rookies it starts Tuesday, like I said, and then we have a preseason game. Normally we would open up on the 8th, but since they took away one preseason game, so I screwed up, boys. My bad. F in the chat. So Tuesday training camp starts for the rookies, and then on the 23rd we have the injured players, and we have quarterbacks coming on the 23rd. I thought they were all coming on the 28th, but my bad. Dwayne Haskins and all the other quarterbacks, Kyle Allen and stuff like that, they get a head start too. So they're coming in on the 23rd. My bad. So we'll see Haskins 2 days after we see the rookies. I'm so excited. My bad, boys. F in the chat. Enjoy the rest of the video. We're going to open up on the 15th, which is my birthday. But actually, no, it's not shortened. Scratch what I was about to say. I thought it felt like it was shortened just because the 28th and then the 15th isn't that far apart. But never mind. So with that being said, I'm more excited for my two top things I'm looking for in training camp is Chase Young and Dwayne. I really just want to see Dwayne. But I know a lot of people are gonna say, but Dwayne, we know how he's been doing. He's been posting a lot on Instagram. Yeah, that's true. But I just want to see him do it, with our guys, man. Like you guys know, training camp will be held in Ashburn, Virginia this year. Not at the Bond Circle. I don't know how you pronounce that. I don't even remember the name. I forgot. I think it's like Bond something training camp. I'm not even going to lie to you. But it's not in Ashburn. You know what I'm saying? Or it is in Ashburn, rather, I should say. But then they won't be practicing there. We know about that. But as far as the on-field play, I just want to see, Ron Rivera, give his speech to the team. We all know this is going to be Ron Rivera's first time able to, see his team in person. So I really can't wait for that. I can't wait to see Jack Del Rio, coaching these defensive players up. I can't wait to see Scott Turner and that's what I'm most excited for. Because, defense is cool, but, it's not really, it gets you excited when it happens in the game. But for practice sakes, you want to see the new plays, what kind of scheme, Scott Turner will be running. So it's just it's a lot, man, and I really can't wait. But as far as the rookies, we're gonna have to wait until the 28th to see all of that. But as far as the rookies goes, they report Tuesday, and I really just want to see. I can't wait to see what Chase Young's gonna look like in that uniform, man. A lot of people have been making a lot of photoshops and stuff like that, but I want to see what he's really gonna look like that in person. Not in person, but in real life, I should say. And then you got Antonio Gandy Golden, who's gonna be looking sweet too, cause he's skinny and he's tall and long. So he's gonna look fire, man. And Antonio Gibson, that 2-4 at the wide receiver position, ooh, he's gonna be going down I think he's gonna be going down as a running back, but still at 2-4 going in the slot. Oh my God, but I'm just thinking of everything. And I know a lot of people think that since we've had this issue going on with the name and then everything else that's been going on for this past whole week, that's going to translate to on the field. I honestly don't think so, only because our players are not really worried about that. They haven't came out and said nothing. The only people that really came out and said something about this whole topic was the other people, the former players, like Josh Norman, like Capri Bibbs. More so Josh Norman. Not Josh Norman, more so Capri Bibbs because he actually was involved. But Zach Brown came out and said something about it. So it was just a bunch of old players that's not on the team anymore. All our players seem to be locked in, and shoot, some of them don't even seem to be caring, honestly. And that's one thing that I think that's really, I'm excited that's gonna change. I'm really excited that's gonna change. I feel as though that we had the type of players that don't really care about. I'm not going to say the front office because they do, because they're the ones that give them their check, but they don't really feed into all of that noise. But the reason why they were looking bad is because we had a organization, and prior to what we have now, that was feeding into that and that was involved in that, such as the Jay Grudens as the coordinator, the Scott McLuhans, the Bruce Allens, that were all involved now. Now we have a coach that's matching the players' energy. If you know what I mean. If you know, I can understand because I kind of explained that bad. But you know, we finally have a coach and players that's on the same level in a way. Like they both have the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because none of our players are really outgoing in a way. I guess you can say, like I said, normally all the outgoing players are old players. You know what I'm saying? Like Monte Nicholson. I was gonna say him, but he's not even on here no more. Quinn Dunbar, excuse me, he's outgoing. Only player on this team that I can really say that is probably outgoing is Darius Geis. And Darius Geis isn't outgoing in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? So if we really have a coach that's matching our players' energy, because Jay Gruden could not coach this team, and they didn't match well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finally happy that we have a coach that's going to be able to coach these guys and get them right for the season, man. Honestly, I really believe there's going to be a season, because if it wasn't, they would have been shut down training camp. But I think maybe the only way we might not have a season is if they're going to see how training camp goes, and if the numbers are high, then they possibly could shut down the season. But I don't see it happen. I see us having a season. Honestly, I do. And I cannot wait, man. Honestly, man. Chase Young, bro. Dwayne Haskins, Steve Sims, Isaiah Wright. I want to see that punt returns and kick returns, because he was mean back there, honestly. So, with that being said, I just want to see everyone battle it out. How am I forgetting about Sadiq Charles? I want to see how he's going to look. He's been working. You know what I'm saying? Morgan Moses been under Dwayne Haskins' pitch. He's been working with Dwayne too, but he's been under Dwayne Haskins' picture saying, my quarterback. So that shows that they're building that chemistry and they trust each other. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't wait. That shows you that they really going to want to block for this guy. You know what I'm saying? So Sadiq Charles, I cannot wait to see what he's going to look like. Wes Schweitzer, Wes Martin. That's going to be a good battle right there for the left guard position. So I really cannot wait, honestly. Let's see what West comes on top, and I'll make a separate video about that. Honestly, I want to see what Keith Ismail is gonna look like, because I know he's not taking Chase Roulier's spot. Honestly, he's not, but he can play anywhere. If we're being honest, he can play anywhere on the field. So it's so many battles that I cannot wait for. But my top three, if I had to do top three, I'll pick three and the top five, because I have so many. But top one, of course, I want to see that the wide receiver battle. Honestly, with Kelvin Harmon going out, who is going to be that next guy? You know what I'm saying? Of course, everyone thinks it's going to be Antonio Gandy Golden, but who's going to be that other guy besides Terry, Harmon, and Sims? Who's going to be that fourth guy? Is it going to be Isaiah Wright? You know what I'm saying? Who is it going to be? Maybe Antonio Gibson. You know what I'm saying? Although he's a running back, we know he can play wide receiver. So is he going to be that fourth guy? Who knows? Maybe if Cody Latimer gets cleared or whatever. If is he not cleared or something? I don't know what's going on with Cody Latimer. But maybe if he does show up to training camp, maybe he'll be the fourth spot. Who knows? Honestly, I thought AGG was going to be the fourth receiver. Him and Harmon were going to battle it out, but it seems like, you know, AGG is winning that by default. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. That's one right there. Wide receiver battle. And, of course, my second is the linebacker battle. We have so many linebackers on this roster, man. Honestly, it's terrible. Not terrible in a way, but it's, like, ridiculous in how many linebackers we have on this roster, man. We have Ryan Anderson, Ryan Kerrigan, Reuben Foster, of course. It's so many. Ryan Anderson, Josh Harvey Clemens, Sean Dion Hamilton, Kalecki Hunt. We have so many. Cole Holcomb. We have so many linebackers, and it's ridiculous. So I can't wait to see that. That's why it's so high on my list, because I want to see Reuben Foster. The dude's been working. The dude is shredded. Reuben Foster. I want to see him and Sean Dion line up next to each other so they can get that Bama chemistry back. I want to see how Reuben Foster and Sean. Don't notice how Sean Dion is in most of my visions, because Sean Dion is really underrated. I want to see how Ryan Anderson is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Now he's in a comfortable defense. Nate Orchard. We have so many people that we're forgetting about. Nate Orchard, who came in late in the season, that a lot of people are forgetting about. I want to see if James Smith-Williams could possibly make the roster. I don't see it happening because we have Ryan Kerrigan, Montez Sweat, Chase Young, and Nate Orchard. So I don't see him being able to make the roster. But Nate Orchard is a guy that we're all forgetting about, and I really can't wait to see what he brings to the table. I know I'm forgetting a lot of people, But for my third will probably have to be probably secondary. I'm gonna say cornerback more specifically because I want to see if Jimmy Moreland can actually play the outside, or is he too little? Because I mean, some people say he was too small to play the slot, but he kind of started off. He was backwards. We expected him to start off slow, which he started off fast, and then he kind of declined towards the end of the season. So we're gonna see if he could possibly play the slot and drop Kendall Fuller to the safety spot alongside Landon Collins, or is Sean Davis going to be able to take over that? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that was my top 3. I was gonna give you a top 5, but it's kind of a toss up. I don't know where to choose from as for a top 5. So that we're gonna just roll with the top 3. As always, maybe boy more got it. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins, and hail to the Washington football team. Once again, I will be going live tomorrow for my weekly Redskins live stream. I'm still calling them Redskins. I'm sorry. It's going to take some time. But my Washington football club, I will be going live on the Warpath for that tomorrow, Monday. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And then on Thursday, I will be doing the Nationals versus Yankees opening day. Even if you're not a baseball fan, still come in and support. We can talk Skins, we can talk Nats, we can talk Caps, whatever you want to talk about. Just come in and I got you covered. It's gonna be a Nationals and Yankees, so we're gonna be watching the game together. But we can still talk about other things. You know what I'm saying? Just life in general, anything. So make sure you guys come through for those two streams. One tomorrow at 6:15 p.m. on the Warpath, and then one Thursday that I'll be covering the Nats and the Yankees. I'll put the link in the description if you want to come on with me. And as always, me and boy Juan got it. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins, hail to the Wizards, whatever. I'm out. Peace.